Alright guys, so the term wholesaling, what is wholesaling? Usually wholesaling is done between a business to another business versus the retail. Retail is usually done from a business to a consumer standpoint. So what does the term wholesaling in real estate mean? It's actually very, very simple. It's you find a house and then you would find a buyer for it. So you find a house that someone wants to sell and you find someone that wants to buy a house, but it's not done in public. It's not done through realtors. It's not done through an outlet like that. And you would make money in the transition. It's actually very, very, very simple to explain, and there's a few things that you will need. You will need a house, and a home, or land, or a home seller, or land seller. You'll need yourself. You'll need an agreement to purchase, and an assignment to sell the house, an assignment agreement. And you will need cash buyers, a cash buyer, and you will need a title company. A title company is pretty much what handles that transaction, makes it legal, makes it secure as well, to secure your money, secure the seller's money, secures the buyer's money, secure the paperwork, everything, and it's one of the best things to have actually. Your title company will become like your business partner at some point. So our title companies loves us, our escrow officers loves us, and we treat them like they're our own partners because they handle our deals, all our deals. So I'm gonna go ahead and I drew a couple of things over here. Excuse the drawing, I do not know how to draw. So let's say John has a house and John wants to sell the house for various reasons. Some people want to sell the house because they're in distress, financial distress, or it could be relocation, it could be marriage distress, could be any type of distress. And now John, I approach John, myself is right here. I approach John and I say, hey John, I would like to buy your house. And let's say the house is worth $140,000 or $150,000, but it needs about $20,000 or $15,000 worth of work. I'll say, hey John, I'll buy your house for $100,000. John agrees, and I get an agreement. I sign an agreement with John for $100,000. And I'll probably open up escrow with $10, maybe. You can do it with $10 or $100, depends whatever the amount you want to use, but $10 I believe is the minimum, depending on what state you're in. So you don't really need much money. It's almost nothing to open up escrow. So you go ahead and open up escrow with a title company. So now we have a title company that we open escrow. And now the paperwork is secured. Now I go ahead and find a buyer. This is my drawing of a buyer with a nice watch. Could be a Rolex. That's what makes him a buyer. And the buyer named Alex. So I'm gonna go to Alex and say, hey Alex, I want to buy your house. I want to sell you a house, and it's for $110,000. Alex looks at the numbers, looks at the house. He's like, okay, after paying me the money, maybe he'll walk away with $10,000. Just giving numbers out there. So it makes sense. So on the close of escrow, so now I give an assignment. I make the buyer, Alex, sign the assignment fee, which is saying that I'm assigning the contract or the agreement that I got from John to Alex. And whatever the difference is proceeds to me. So I'm assigning the contract from $100,000 for $110,000 to Alex. $10,000 comes to me and $100,000 goes to John, aka the home seller. And upon closing of escrow, all that is done through the title company as well. On the day let's say the closing date was a week from now. And a week from now, or 2 weeks from now, whatever the close of escrow is, the seller gets his $100,000. I get my $10,000, and the buyer gets their house. That is pretty much the most simple thing, the most simple way to explain wholesaling is in a nutshell. Hopefully this was informative, guys. And if you have any questions, how to get your deals, how to find properties, how to find distressed sellers, how to find things like that, you can go ahead and click right here, and I'll see you in the next video.